Hey man, it's Rudy Rodriguez show. I'm out here, Rudy's Rant. Come on now, the podcast. I wanted to jump on here on a quick video, and this is not a topic of mine because I don't really cover the NFL all that much. I mean, I may cover some Dolphin stuff now and again, and we do a lot more involving WNBA, uh, some NBA, some NBA occasionally, a lot of combat sports and some baseball and so forth, but and Miami Hurricanes, of course. But I want to speak on this Chris Johnson thing, and first I want to say, man, this is so damn sad. If you haven't seen it yet, Chris Johnson went on Good Morning America, and 39 years old has been diagnosed with ALS. A guy who in the NFL was as good as it gets at the running back position for a few years. I mean, the dude could fly, incredible skills, incredible speed. Heck, at one point may have been the best running back in the NFL. A guy who rushed for 9,651 yards, a first round pick, 55 touchdowns, 4.5 yards per carry. His first his first 6 seasons rushing for over 1,000 yards every year, including his second year in the league, 2,000 plus yards. I mean, this is a dude that was an absolute beast for a 6 year span in the NFL. And he goes on Good Morning America, and you're watching this young man, and you're sitting here saying, "Damn, a year ago, a year ago, he found out that he had ALS. This man tragically looks like an absolute shell of what he was, and it's mortifying. It is mortifying to look at how a disease like this can eat somebody up and just completely destroy them. I mean, this has got to be ALS has got to be the most heartbreaking disease to get. I mean, dementia sucks, Alzheimer's sucks, but you don't typically get that until you're older. You hear the average age for dementia is late 60s, early 70s. The average onset in the US is almost 84. So you're talking about a disease that, while it's horrifying to think about, that you forget your family, you forget who you are, you forget all these things. You're in your 70s or 80s. You're older. You've lived. Alzheimer's is eating people, killing people who are young. I mean, the first case that we know of publicly was Lou Gehrig, and for many years it was called the Lou Gehrig's disease. A young baseball player, one of the best to ever do it, and he's diagnosed with this horrifying disease. I mean, at 35, hit 29 home runs, 114 RBI, hit 295 a year earlier. The 3 years before that, led the American League, led Major League in in walks, led the American League in on base percentage for 4 straight years. I mean, all these statistics that we now know of. Led the league in homers, RBI. He's an RBI monster. And a year later, from 1938 to 1939, he retires. He has to retire because of Lou Gehrig's disease. All time. I mean, ALS. Dies at the age of 37. Doesn't even reach 38. And you look at the actor as Eric Dane, who I recently saw on a TV show, and this man passed away like rather quickly after being diagnosed. He died this year in February. I remember watching this last show that he was on. And what was that show called? Um, the show was called. Was it Cobble or was it Countdown? I think it was Countdown, and that was in 2025 when that show got released. And you look at what this disease does to people. It might be the worst. To me, it's the worst disease there is. You're watching a young guy, 30, 38, 30. I don't even know how old is Chris Johnson now. 38 years old. He said he was diagnosed at 38. He's 40 now. He turns 41 this year in September. This guy's not going to see his 42nd birthday. He may not see his 41st birthday. He might not be here in September. He's got young kids, a wife who's stood right by him. A year ago, he realized that he had like weakness in his hand, and that's all it was to find out that this man's got ALS. I mean, I can't even imagine. You almost would rather die of a heart attack because your family, your kids, your young kids are going to watch you wither away. I mean, you look at the photos of him already. He's already withered away. It's horrifying. You can look at the photo right now off the rip. I mean, it is. You sit here and you're like, God, this is. It's horrible. I don't have anything provocative in nature to say about this, other than I'm tremendously sorry for him, his family, his wife, his kids, everybody in his family. I mean, you look at this guy and you look at what has happened to him, and that's a photo of him. He can't speak anymore. He can't speak anymore. He reads a screen where his eyes go from letter to letter, and they have his voice because they recorded his voice prior to him not being able to speak anymore. So when he's speaking to Michael Strahan in this interview, you're hearing his actual voice. I mean, that's the amazing part about technology. But this is a guy who looks emaciated. This is a guy who weighed 200 plus pounds, who looks like he might weigh 140 right now. I can't even, man. And my heart breaks for his wife and his kids. This is horrifying. It's horrifying. It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing ever. CTE is bad enough. CTE is bad enough. To have this guy was in the NFL 9 years ago. 9 years ago, he was in the NFL. He basically rushed for almost 10,000 yards in 8 seasons. In 8 seasons. My heart breaks, man. I mean, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, Chris Johnson, man. I know it's not going to end well. I pray that some miracles happen, but you look at him right now. A year ago, folks, this guy was picking up his kid, and now a year later, he looks like this. This disease eats you so fast. So, man, do me a favor. Say a prayer for Chris Johnson and his family. They need it. It's a horrible situation. And I mean, really, I'm just so sad to see this. I mean, when I saw that, I did not see the initial interview, and I asked my son about it, who saw it, and he said, "Yeah, he has ALS." I had to explain to my sons what ALS is, and I said, "Yeah, at some point he won't be able to talk anymore." It's like, "Oh, he couldn't talk." I'm like, "What already?" Diagnosed early, and in a year he can't talk. Like that should tell you how fast this thing kills you, because it's just a matter of time at this point. I mean, if he sees his 42nd birthday, it would be a shock. And it's so sad. But man, my prayers to you. Say a prayer for this man and his family. That's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all.